Okay, we are back with a new mission. Tonight's mission is entitled Fruits of Labor. Okay, so unless somebody wants to do something specific, I'm gonna move ahead 4 days. So Jahan gets in his ready room at his computer. He gets a priority subspace transmission, private, marked private, flagged for command review. It's from Captain Dupek of the USS Kirikenta, and it is stardate July 26th, 2174. It's encrypted. He says, Acting Captain Jhon. Pursuant to Starfleet General Order 5.14.2, the USS Drake is instructed to alter course and report to the 74 Ironis system. A court-martial tribunal has been convened aboard the USS Kirikenta under the authority of Admiral G. Foxwell to address operational irregularities during the Drake's recent mission. It is imperative that Captain Harper Knightley be present.
Good luck.
Starfleet Command has decreed that her failure to appear will result in a formal warrant for arrest.
Nice.
This directive is not subject to appeal. In consideration of mitigating factors, Command has further stated, should the Drake return to Starbase 2 within 48 hours, all pending charges against other senior officers will be dropped, with no record entered into permanent disciplinary logs. Commander, I am aware that you and your crew face both uncertainty and responsibility. We have traveled separate trajectories, but I have long considered you steady, and I do not apply that term lightly. Of note, recent reports show background magnetic noise in some sectors, which may cause long-range sensors to only operate at minimum frequencies. I trust this information will aid in our coordination when it becomes relevant. Should you require additional context or clarification, I encourage your science officer to analyze the diagnostic checksum appended below. While routine in appearance, it contains patterns that may hold value, especially when viewed through a lens attuned to stellar drift signatures. Live logically. Endure as the stone endures. Captain Dupek.
Is that we have to return to Starbase 2 if we want to avoid.
If you want other senior officers to avoid disciplinary charges, but they want Knightley present.
Yes. All right, John. You're in charge. What do you want to do?
So, before you make a decision, Captain Dupek noted that the science officer should analyze the diagnostic checksum.
But I don't know this yet, do I?
No.
Okay.
Then I tell him this. I go to him and I tell him this. I have no idea what a diagnostic checksum is, nor that it is appended below.
So if he's ordering me to look into that, first of all, can I know what I am doing? Because I don't know what it is either.
So how about this? I'll help you out. Science Insight.
Science Insight.
Difficulty 2. And you can be assisted by the ship's computer's security.
I would love to be assisted by the ship's computer. Would you like to do that, Eric? So you're going for an 8. Ooh. I got 1 success. He's got nothing.
Nothing.
1 success altogether.
So I will say that when you're looking over this checksum.
Can you explain what that means?
Yeah, I certainly can. It's like a numeric fingerprint for a block of data. It's typically used to detect accidental errors during transmission or storage.
Okay.
Modems would usually have that capability. So it sends data and then it's a little checksum at the very
Wouldn't that
end.
be engineering?
Well, let's have. So what you get, science officer, is that there is something interesting about it, but you don't know what.
Oh.
Did you view it through a lens attuned to a stellar drift signature?
Check that.
So I'll let engineering reason for you, John. You can roll that, and then we'll have computer's security roll again.
Okay.
What's the difficulty on it?
It's a 2.
And we have no momentum, so you're doing
Okay. That was my next. Ooh, and we have 2 successes.
So you sober stare at it. You feel like there's something there to it, but you can't really get it. And then Jahan comes over and he says, yeah, but did you account for stellar drift? And once he punches in those numbers, you see that the checksum is really a dummy diagnostic that hides the transponder ID and location of the USS Kirikenta, but it's encoded.
Okay.
So he's wanting to tell us where he is.
But it's encoded.
So,
Gonna,
okay, so we need to decode it.
So are we trying to avoid these coordinates?
Or are we trying to go to them?
If we go to them, we will have to face the music.
So roll security insight difficulty.
I have a 13. What do you have, John?
Less than you.
13. I got I got 2.
Okay, so one momentum. So what you feel like from Dupek being a Vulcan, that you don't understand why, if he's giving you coordinates to a ship, why are they encoded?
Yes.
It's nonsense.
Yes. Because
And he also buried these encoded things under a false pretense.
yes. Because if he is sent, because he was officially sent by Foxwell to get
Correct.
us.
Correct.
So why would he need to secretly tell us where he is?
Unless he wants to help us.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I would inform Jhon about this, that it seems very strange that it seems very unlikely that Dupek is using it to try to capture us. It seems more like a message.
A warning, perhaps.
So it's okay. It's meant to be terrible. But if you could now roll science and reason or control engineering, difficulty 4. It's meant to be terrible. So
Is this the same field that we've been doing?
sort of.
Because I have testing a theory, which I get a +1 dice.
I would say yes, because you're like digging into encoded stuff.
So I get a free dice.
You're now digging into the dummy diagnostic. So like you're trying to figure out what the code, this garbled mess that he sent.
So I got a free one, but I cannot buy another
I
dice.
think you could get an engineering presence from John since he's looking at it with you.
Okay, you want to help me there, John?
I do. Yes.
Ooh.
So I'm assisting. So critical.
If you roll a 1 or a delta, it's 2 successes.
Let's say I rolled a 20.
It's complication.
Even with assisting,
Yeah.
what if I don't like that?
That's what we're gonna figure out is because can I use skeptic?
Yeah.
So then I would have 4 by myself.
You have 4.
Yes,
Okay.
but we have a complication with John, so I don't know how that's going. And I only have 1 momentum, so we can't cancel the complication.
Is this an engineering task? I have maintenance specialist.
Sure.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll let it slide.
Come
We'll
on.
give.
Really
It says that you may ignore the first complication rolled, so I don't even have to re-roll it. We just don't look at it.
Okay, Andrew. Here's everybody's really fun thing that everyone's really going to love.
Okay, wonderful.
This seems like a science thing.
Yep.
Now you guys bypassed my whole puzzle.
No problem.
Did you get the answer?
Yeah.
You certainly did get the answer.
Casper sector, U.S.
Yeah.
Is he even on?
Okay.
Kirk can put.
Mike?
Yeah, my
No,
turn.
that.
Oh,
Hey, Caleb, where's
I don't know, Caleb.
It's because he got it through Discord.
Yep.
That's the way I thought Mike did it. I didn't even look at the name. Okay. So since you blew past my puzzle, so now having this, you are now able to receive hourly position updates of the Kiri Kenta that have been masked as Stellar Drift data packets. So you can actively see where he is.
So is he telling us not to go to him?
I'm assuming so, since again we would have to face the music
Yes.
if we were to come into contact.
My question is, why is the Vulcan captain doing this?
Perhaps he knows something that we're not aware of.
I'm just thinking because it's interesting because Vulcans usually wouldn't do this unless there's a very good specific reason.
so he would be under Foxwell as well. So it makes sense, I guess, that he's carrying out her commands. But why is he loyal to the Drake? That is the question.
Because
Some
it's
would say.
yes, because there's no reason that he would give us his constant update if it was to find him and meet with him. Because he would just say, "Go here and meet me there."
So I can reread a paragraph that may help you because you would all be wondering.
Yeah.
Please
To refer
do.
to his notes.
Yes.
His note says, Commander, I am aware that you and your crew face both uncertainty and responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
We have traveled separate trajectories, but I have long considered you steady, and I do not apply that term lightly.
So he respects us.
Yes.
Well, he respects John, Commander Jhon.
Naturally.
Naturally, yeah.
So he must be trusting that we're doing this for a very good reason. And so he's secretly being like, "Hey, here's my coordinates so you can avoid me and finish your mission."
Because if he catches us, he's going to have to do
Yes.
what he's told.
But what is our current mission? Because we're basically just waiting for the captain to return.
Correct. Yep. So there might be something somewhere somebody may have in their personal quarters of maybe something to do. Let's have maybe the ambassador 2 days earlier had received something. Let's say you come to the bridge with this information and you two are hunched over the computer and looking at things. We'll have the ambassador come to the bridge.
Yeah, so Radix, I guess her name
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Okay, we just went to university together, and she is a botanist, and she's looking for some blueberry bushes. Really, just real, not replica bushes, just real earth blueberry bushes. Soil rooted blueberry bushes. She said that I could contact, or if we could contact the Acurev, Acurev. It's a Tellerate freighter, and the captain of that is Brodd, Brodd, Starfleet, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And he may be willing to make a run if I nudged him in the right direction. I guess she thinks I have some footing there to do that. She goes through a lot of red tape, she says. That's why she's looking out for me, because every time she tries to do it, going through proper channels, she's just running into a lot of red tape and just never ending bureaucracy and not getting anywhere.
So she basically wants the ambassador to kind of like sweet deal the freighter captain to put the bushes on the Drake, and then the Drake goes to her planet and brings the bushes to her. She just reached out to him as an ambassador, not knowing he had any connections to the Drake. She's just reaching out to him. But he got this like private message as a friend from his college years. So he's bringing it up to you guys at the bridge to be like, it is something we could do, and it isn't in this area.
Okay.
So the terrible thing is the Akurev is at Starbase 2 currently.
I was just about to ask which direction this is.
I suggest that we have the ambassador reach out to this freighter captain and suggest that he meets up with us somewhere neutral territory in order to make a deal.
That's probably a good plan. Perhaps they should meet the ambassador in his ship as opposed to coming here in case they have any untoward knowledge of our activities.
Using the directions that Captain Dupek sent us, basically.
Mhm.
Can I basically guesstimate what direction they're going to figure out a good meeting point that they won't be near?
Once that's resolved, I can help you with your question.
Okay.
So what do we want to just contact him?
I mean, yeah.
So he doesn't know you.
He doesn't know. Oh,
He doesn't know
maybe
you.
I thought she said it had
You're
stuff.
familiar with him because
Oh.
of him delivering other things to her, because she's like corresponded with you about
Yeah.
how things are going, but you've never interacted with him. Okay. So it's not hard to hail him.
Yeah.
You're not terribly far away from Starbase 2.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify things here, if she has rapport with this freighter captain or freighter guy, and we have nothing to do with him, why does she need us to?
He's only going to move the blueberry bushes with Starfleet, like, go ahead. So she's trying to bypass the middle. She's trying to cut out the middleman and just talk to him. And she's hoping that the ambassador, because he's the ambassador, can like cut around that and just be like, cool, don't worry about that.
So, in theory, then she would need someone like from Starfleet to.
And she's
be-
hoping that the ambassador can kind of like grease it up so that this guy thinks that you're getting approval from Starfleet.
Okay, say if it's trying to get one of us from the ship, say like the crew or whatever, to do that, I am highly suspicious of that situation.
No.
Okay.
That's why she reached out to the ambassador. That she's like, you have ways of talking to people. So
All right. If this is a trick, then it's your head.
So you know that he's going to be looking for something. And that's what she kind of indicates in the letter, that he runs kind of a clean ship. So he's going to be looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
So probably best to fake it.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to do it. Either sweet talk him and then supply him with the fake thing, or already have the fake thing and then show it to him. Whatever you want. So basically, you want to talk to him first and then fake it, or fake it and then talk. Basically, when you want to talk to him, you can show it to him.
Yeah.
And say, look, it's already approved. Or you can sweet deal him and say, I'll send it to you later, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think that's
what you want to do. That's how I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to reach out to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you contact the Akurev, and up pops this little dude.
Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Okay. So there he is. And he says, this is Captain Brodd. How can I help you?
Captain Brodd. So not nice to see you.
Ah. Equally, I have no idea who you are, and what a wonderful way to start a conversation.
Well, my name is Relin. A fellow Trill friend of mine, Radix. You may know of her.
Is that the woman who keeps bothering me every day about the blueberry bushes?
It might be, yes.
I've heard of her, yes.
Yes. So with this proposal, which is not for weapons or any kind of contraband, but just blueberry bushes.
Your people seem to love them.
So if you're done sitting around, would you mind taking your ship and maybe making a run for us for these blueberry bushes for my friend Reddix?
I'd seriously love to have that lady stop bothering me.
What?
I'm just waiting for the paperwork to come through. I live from New York City. I lived there for a long time. I just need that document. Just waiting for the admiral to send it along.
Well, I can definitely send that along.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, so roll me a command present.
Uh-oh.
Difficulty.
We do that today.
Difficulty 3.
We have persuasion first.
Yeah, so if you roll your command number or
Command
4 or less, you'll get 2 successes.
Do you want to buy an extra dice because we have 1 momentum?
Wait a
So
Since this is pretty critical.
yep.
Ooh, a 3. 10, 12.
What are the 2 numbers?
What is your number?
Presence is 11. Command's 4.
So you're gonna need a 15 or less. So that's
Successes?
4 successes.
So you momentum back.
Very nice.
And he's like, this is the greatest news. You tell me you got that paperwork? Oh, what? Just tell me when to drop it off. I don't want that lady bothering me no more.
Well, the sooner the better. She does need it quite soon.
Right. So, I can come to you?
That'd be awful of you.
Well, since you've been so kind to me, I appreciate that. Seems like you really know your way around Tellarites as a, roast thrill. But I appreciate it, and I should be to you in just a few hours.
Could I meditate? Because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of angry people I'm about to interact with.
Sure, you can totally meditate.
Well, to reiterate that the ambassador needs to use his ship to meet at an outside location away from the Drake.
That's true.
What's that?
I assume it can accommodate bushes.
Are you
Yeah,
going to meet
Ambassador?
with your personal ship?
That's your directive by the acting captain. He doesn't want the Drake to be seen.
Right.
So you'll meet him a little bit closer, so we won't have quite as much time go by.
Feel free to take anyone with you.
You got Tiny, the security officer. You got Sova, the science officer. You got medical staff.
Okay, so we come.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to want to meditate before I go on this.
So you guys depart on his troll shuttle.
Mhm.
And you head towards where the Akurev is coming. So if it was going to take him like 3 hours, let's say in an hour and a half, you guys meet him. And you see this ship on sensors.
Do you have anything to hand him? Or are you going to bluff him and be like, I'll send it to you later?
That's right.
Well, I'll let you guys, because you've had time, so I'm not
Yes.
going to like go away here.
Are you going to make up documents that are reasonably realistic enough that he won't realize until he leaves?
Yeah.
So we'll put it to you this way. You can do command presence, and however many successes you get, that's the difficulty it'll take when he examines it. You can juice it as much as you want.
You have 1 momentum, so you can buy an extra dice to roll 3. 15 or under.
11, 13? Oh, it was 11.
Is
And a 3.
the persuasion count for this?
Yeah, because I mean he's
So 4.
4. Okay.
Oh, did I get any bonus or anything for meditating? Any traits
I will let you have a trait of meditated.
for the scene or for the rest of the mission?
For the scene,
Okay.
I will let any type of like composure or presence roll be a less difficulty.
Nice.
Okay, you're hailed by that vessel you see on sensors.
Well, I'll bring it up for the ambassador.
All right, that was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. Here I am.
Yep. Hello, pig man.
Oh, that was
I can
excellent.
see why you have your gold bars there on your suit there, so I understand. That's nice. So we can do it the old-fashioned way. We could transport it with transporters, or we could dock, and I can drag these things over to you.
You can transport them over. That would be fine.
Awesome. But before I do that, I'd like to see the paperwork.
Yep. Sending now.
All right. Ooh,
What?
a royal fail, 1 success.
So do we get 3 back, or does it just?
No, he just fails.
Okay.
But you see him look at it. He squints his eyes a couple times. And he says, "Beautiful." And yeah, so he begins the transfer over transporter pad to transporter pad. That lose any blueberry bushes to the space program.
Can I assist at all, or
He's beaming them to you. So
okay?
Okay, so 3 successes.
You go into space.
So you guys, he beams them over pretty much easily.
Mhm.
And so what you guys see in your small kind of area, because you're in a shuttle, so it's not like
Yeah.
a big expansive thing. And they take up a good chunk of space because you had to back out Jahan's ground vehicle to get it in there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that couldn't come on the mission.
Yeah, leaves and branches stabbing us
Yeah.
in the back.
Right. Exactly.
Are they just wrapped?
So they're wrapped, but the thing that you take note of is that they have soil on like in them.
Oh,
They're
nice.
not just like bushes. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They're actually like ready to be planted.
Okay.
And he says, "Okay, everything seems in order. She's not gonna talk to me anymore, right?"
I can guarantee that, yes.
Awesome. This is great. Well, thanks for ruining my day and making it great at the same time. I'll see you later. Bye. So now you guys begin your hour-and-a-half journey back to the Drake. So you guys dock in, and engineering cruiser and science cruiser there to unload it and bring it to the cargo bay.
I'm gonna need those bushes to be checked over thoroughly by security to make sure that there's no devices on them to
Okay.
track us.
I believe that's a job for Tiny. He is the ranking security
So-
officer.
There
Ah.
were 300 bushes.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How'd I get those?
You have a,
Nice.
it would basically be in security insight difficulty 4, because that's a lot to look at. Or you can do science control difficulty 2.
Okay,
Security insight is with your eyes. You're just gonna like walk through and
right.
But if you use a hand scanner, it'll lower it, but it's gonna be a different type of roll.
Mr. Frank,
Yes.
we don't want to damage any of the blueberries. It would really be best if you check them by hand, and also maybe don't involve anyone else with this. Thank you so much.
It will actually less damage using the hand scanner.
Yeah.
If I start
Ah,
poking
I-
around inside of the bushes, checking, that very well could damage some of the blueberries.
I see. Yeah, I'm not very knowledgeable on security protocol. Am I convinced by his argument, Game Master?
Well,
Seems like a roll.
So you roll security insight, and you just tell me how many successes you get.
I have rolled 1 success.
Okay, so you have a security presence difficulty 2 because you have to beat his 1 because he's the one pressing that.
Security presence, I got 2 successes.
So when he tells you that using the hand scanner is be a lot more thorough and a lot less invasive and troubling on the blueberries,
Hmm.
sense.
That does add up. Mr. Frank, please proceed.
So science.
I got 3 successes. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
So
Nice.
in a broad inspection, not individually because he's been scanning 300 of these,
Right.
they are healthy, they are stable, and they're rooted blueberry bushes. There's nothing weird about them. They're not like secret bombs or something of that nature. So they're good to go.
Where are they all stored at the moment?
Well, I assume he wanted you to check them before you brought them fully onto the Drake.
Immediately.
Yeah.
So you're in the shuttle bay, inside the Ambassador shuttle, cramped into the thing, scanning 300 of these things, and like just imagine being like in a bathroom and having 300 blueberry bushes in there.
Yeah.
That's where you.
So my next job is going to be an extended task of taking them all out of the ship and putting them into a safe location.
Teams can help you, and you don't have to do it by yourself. As long as the captain approves taking it from the shuttle bay to the cargo bay, engineering and science teams can come and take them and bring them to the cargo bay.
So I received the news that they have been cleared for.
They've been
boarding.
initially cleared. Do you want me to check every single bush as it's coming off?
And I slap you on the back and I say, Mr. Frank, you have provided commendable service in these uncertain times. I trust you to do the right thing, and I walk off. I have a very paranoid acting captain at the moment.
So the science crews and the engineering crews come and pick up the bushes, and they go with you, Frank, and you lead them to the cargo bay.
And just because I know our hat would want everything checked, we would do a quick scan, then carefully pick up the bush and take each bush.
Okay, that's fair.
We got a general scan where nothing seems out of the ordinary, so they can be moved, but we will want to catalog everything as it's being transported.
I'm gonna have fun with it because you guys are having fun with it. Okay, so you have a work track of 30.
Oh boy.
How's it breakfast?
And it's going to be science insight,
30.
difficulty 2, and this is a extended task. You can have somebody of your choosing assist you, and then you can explain how they're assisting you.
What floor are we on? We're in the shuttle bay.
Yep, so let me pull that up for you.
Considering how many I have to move, I would probably assign the science officer to scan them all, and me and the other security officer would probably be hauling them all.
So the shuttle bay is on 5, and you're bringing them to deck 4. So you're going up a deck.
Okay. Do we have some nice little carts to set them on and push them?
Certainly, you have means of moving cargo from parts of the ship.
Yeah. Pick up, set down, push it.
I was going to recommend, because I haven't used her yet, so this is a good starter.
Oh,
We have a botanist on
we
board.
do have a botanist on board.
So it's Golu.
Laurath, yep. She
Yep.
went down on the planet, remember, AJ?
Oh, that's right. She was used.
You brought her down to Catherine. She's a Tellary.
Oh, yeah.
Is it morning time?
Yeah, I would say it's probably at this point, it's like almost the afternoon because it took you guys a little bit of time to come and go.
Yeah. Because she's got ecology. No, ecology wouldn't work. Would identification work? Yeah. So she would have a focus, plus she would have 13 for rolling for assist if it's science insight. Actually, it could be more because if I bring her out, I could upgrade her.
And it's going to be me and Hunter.
Nope.
Okay, you got it.
So I'm going to nab Hunter, and he's going to be thrilled.
Okay, so you, Mike, for Franck will be science insight, and then since you're doing this with our hats, like the looming our hat threat of doing this the right way, we'll let Hunter be security present.
Do you want me to roll for Hunter? Or does someone else want to roll for Hunter?
Roll for Hunter. Eric says you'll roll for Hunter.
He needs an 11 or lower.
11 or lower.
Lower. Here we go. 1.
There you go.
2 momentum.
Wow.
I got 1.
Excellent.
So we got rid of 2.
You have done 10 blueberry bushes.
Oh,
Oh, no.
It's going to take a while.
You've done
One on the track, right?
one on the track.
Yeah.
Meaning you've done 10.
Okay.
You have 29 more track.
Let me know, Michael, if you want to get a science officer in there.
If you want to get a science officer in here to help out,
Just saying, all you have to do is ask.
Roll again. If you want one there, you can have one.
Okay. Up to you. You want
You
the...
can always spend 2 momentum to put another one on the track.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Because I think the botanist would be interested in what's going on with the blueberries. So let's say that she's in the cargo bay, but she hasn't. So if you want to call her over to ask her for help, it's up to you.
yeah, I would like to call her over if she wants to help move and check things.
So are you assisting or are you taking it?
That's up to Michael. Or actually, that's up to Tiny. Are you having her in charge of the plants? She'd be rolling a 14.
She'd be rolling a 14.
Yep.
So to be fair to you guys, the work track is a resistance of 1.
So she would be getting 3 off the work track every time.
Where I think he's getting a 1.
Yeah. So I would say the quickest way is to put her in charge of doing it, you know?
Your call.
Yeah. Yeah, I can put her in charge of checking everything, and the 2 of us can just help pick up everything and move them.
Yeah, so both Hunter and you will now roll security presence, and then you'll roll science insight.
1 again.
Wow.
And
Hunter's great.
she got 1 success.
Okay, so that's 2, or it's 3, excuse me.
Yep.
And then
I rolled a 3, so I got 1 success.
That's 4.
momentum.
2 momentum.
What's your science?
4.
It's 3 on the track.
And we're gonna not yet. So you get rid of 3. Okay.
You've inspected 40 bushes.
Very nice. We're doing it again.
This wouldn't fall under athletics, would it?
You are moving them. I would allow that. Does he have that? Are you gonna roll a 3?
Under security, I have a 3.
Another success, you would have.
So let's use 2 to get rid of another.
I'll get rid of another. Oh, look at that. So Franck is just so strong and so fast, you're able to move another 10 bushes.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna do another set.
Here we go.
Me too.
Yep. She got 2 successes.
I got 1 success.
You did not. So
Where'd you get it? Oh,
she got 2.
So 3?
Yep. 3 again.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. We're going again.
Yep. 80 bushes.
So she got
Yeah.
2 successes. Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
There's 1, an extra 1.
No successes this time.
So she got rid of another 3. Yeah.
6.
That's 1, 4. We have 4 so far.
I got 1.
That's 5. That's 3. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna do 4 momentum.
Mark that. And so now it'll be a difficulty 1.
Ooh, nice.
Because you've done
A ridiculous amount.
That's first now.
Yeah. Holy cow!
you've done 150. So.
You got 4 successes.
Halfway there. I'm just
No, 3 successes. You got 3 successes.
Okay.
Eric did not.
I got 1 success.
That's 4. So we'll just use the 2 that we would have banked to get rid of another one.
So you've got 4 more on the track.
Yep.
190 bushes moved.
Holy cow! Holy cow! She got 4 successes. Nothing.
1 success.
So 5 successes. So we'll bank 1, and then we're gonna put the rest into.
To make another one on the track.
Yep.
How much? Just 1 more on the track?
Because we had 4 successes, so 3. Oh, so then we won't bank 1, because then that would be 2.
2 more off the track.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, it's still difficulty 1. Just a resistance of 0.
Resistance is 0.
And
Okay.
you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 60 more bushes to move.
She got 3 successes.
I got 2 successes.
All right, bank 1. Use the 4.
She is a 4.
She's a 4.
2, 3, 4.
Nope.
20 more bushes need to be moved.
So 2. We're gonna put 4 because that would be 2 more.
You've moved them all.
Nice.
Whoa! Nice work.
All 300 blueberry bushes from the ambassador's shuttle to the cargo bay, and they're all intact.
Very nice.
Nothing weird happened. Nothing strange. They're just sweet smelling blueberry bushes.
I think the Drake needs to keep like 5 in the hydroponics bay.
So
I'm sure a couple of the blueberries probably fell. We can probably get seeds from them.
There you go.
there you go.
How long did this take
Uh,
total from them to check and move the bushes?
It probably took 25 minutes each time they roll. So I feel like 9 times probably total.
Mm.
So 9 times, whatever 9 times 25 is.
Well, it was like 3-ish hours.
Yeah, like probably just under 4 hours. If
What
they
is
come
it?
to do that.
Okay. So as they're moving the last of the bushes, I like pass by them to get to Frank. So I come through and I say, Ensign Frank, do you really think this is the best use of your time when we have a security emergency afoot? I don't know what to say. And I walk on.
Oh,
This may not have been the best use of our time, but it was something necessary that needed to be done because all of those bushes will have to leave, and it's best not to leave a full ship that can be used.
And you say it to the wind, my friend. Because I am gone. I'm clearly distressed and just pacing, and I leave the room in a huff.
So before we get to Jhon and Tiny fighting, I was wondering, can the Golu, the botanist, grab some, just like a handful, like 5 or 6, to create seed for our ship? We have 5 momentum to use.
I think he's asking me, or
Yeah, I'm asking the game master if this is allowed to do.
Game master. It is allowed to be done.
Okay, because I think she would do it and then just inform the Jhon. Just send like an email to Jhon and be like, "This is what I'm currently doing." Because I feel like a teller would ask for forgiveness then ask for permission.
Ooh.
So I mean,
It's allowed. It's only if you're telling Captain Jhon later that you did it. That's a him thing.
yeah, I'm fine with that. Are we okay with does anything?
I
fine with that.
passed all of the authority over to the science officer for this one. I can't be bothered with everything that's been happening. I just had to make sure everything was smooth, and it is.
I will take a chance to be who I'm meant to be. I won't let fear keep me from trying. It's time for me to make a change, to start living the life I want. I'm gonna reach for the sky, way up high. I'm never giving up. It's up to me to see who I can be, make dreams reality. I'm never giving
it going to cost momentum to do this? No? Okay. So sometime in the near future there, John, you're going to get a message that this is what had happened. So it's
I
up
might
to
be
you.
relieved or furious.
That's what I'm saying. It's up to you if you even want to bother reading it. You can just be like, blueberries don't care. Just move on.
Okay, so you've moved all of the blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go. It's time to do the thing that Silva's been itching to do ever
Oh.
since he heard there were blueberries on.
Eat them.
And let's have you roll.
Oh boy.
Science control, sensor science.
Okay.
Difficulty, we'll say difficulty 2.
I'm going to use a momentum to buy a dice. So I got 3 successes. One momentum back.
And you find on star charts where planet Benicia is, which is where
Radix is.
that's where Radix is, yeah. And it's quite the distance.
Okay.
And I will send you what you see on your sensor screen.
So the blue line is the Federation.
Federation border.
We're going outside of the Federation. That's what it is.
Yeah. So on the map, you can see where the Federation border is.
Yep.
You can see the nebula that's nearby.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the position of where the USS Kiri Kenta is.
Mhm.
You can see where the IKS Kelthok picked up Knightley and Arhat.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see where planet Benicia is and where you guys currently are and where Starbase 2 is.
Okay.
And that, underneath the Drake, that's how long it'll take you to get to planet Benicia.
4 weeks, 2 days, 3 hours, and that's at maximum warp. Or holy cow!
You know what I always say, guys?
All right, so Commander Jhon, I've
Hmm.
located the planet that we would have to go to deliver these blueberries. It would take
Excellent.
us over 4 weeks to get there at maximum warp.
That is not as excellent.
It looks like a fairly safe path, other than we'd have to leave Federation space. There is a benefit, though, because if we leave Federation space, it's less likely that we would be discovered in our travels.
It's very true. We're not quite a friend of Starfleet at the moment.
So I leave the decision up to you.
Game Master, we have not heard from the captain since her departure, correct?
I'm not. No.
How
you
long has it been in, like, since...
Department?
TV
It
shows
has
were-
been about like 10, 11 days.
I was ready for you to say months, and I was going to do a spit take. I mean, do we know how to contact or try to contact that ship or anything? Do we have any information on...
You can contact, you can totally reach out and hail Kelthok, yeah.
Okay, so
It would take about from the last known position, and if you broadcast that direction, feels like it might take 7 hours for it to reach that ship.
Half a day to hear back.
well,
Okay.
Lieutenant Commander, that does seem like a long time to go without contact from
Mhm.
Captain Knightley. Perhaps we can, as we pass by the last known location, we can send out a hailing frequency on the way.
That's fine.
The most
Okay.
logical decision.
Well, let it be.
Nice. Let it be.
Okay, yeah. So that's what you guys are doing?
Apparently.
Head in that direction and do it? Okay. So so that's interesting actually. So you send that out and then
I recommend that we make it cryptic, and just in case Starfleet picks it up.
okay. That's not a problem. You want to roll engineering control difficulty. Whatever how many successes you get will be that's how encrypted it is.
What do you think? Because you're the communication officer there, John.
Yeah, I definitely will roll for this one. Engineering control.
You can beef it up as much as you want. You can spend momentum to
Yep.
make it beefy or
We got-
not.
We got 5 momentum if you want to use 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'll use a momentum. Let's see. 15 says I did a great job. 3 successes.
So it'll be a difficulty 3 for anybody to decrypt it. So you send that on your way, and
Pig Latin.
of course it's in Big Latin.
It's an ancient Earth decryption.
Ixnay. So in about 16 hours, you get a message from the Kelthok,
Okay.
and they tell you that Captain Knightley is on Rolia, which is her home colony planet,
Okay.
and that she'll be there for another 40 days,
40 days.
and that she's no longer on the Kelthok.
40 days. So almost a month and a half she's going to be gone?
Yep.
Holy cow.
That's a pretty good coincidence that we have a month.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think she's going to be making that 2-day rendezvous, is she?
Oh, it's already been 2 weeks.
Oh, it's already been.
We haven't made it either.
Yeah, because it takes you a while to get to that position.
Okay.
I had it you guys talked to her before anything happened, but the way it worked out, you talked to her after it all happened, so it's even nicer.
Nice and organic.
She doesn't talk to you, you just get somebody, you get a Klingon speaking Pig Latin back to you, and it's encrypted.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. So you guys are heading to Benicia.
Mhm.
What you get from the ambassador is that she wants these bushes, these blueberry bushes, for medicinal purposes.
Mhm.
She feels that they're going to help with troll physiology and some other things, and that's why she wants them so badly. It's not just like to have cool bushes. She's trying to do something with them. So you guys we'll put you in orbit of Benicia. That
Okay.
sounds good.
That was a fast 4 weeks.
It was a fast 4 weeks, unless somebody wants to do something. I feel like moving those blueberry bushes was half the fun. So,
Yep.
they do have to be moved out very carefully.
so it'll set the tone for where we're at.
Okay. Science Officer Starlog, August 25th, 2174. Scientific curiosity is often ignited by the most unlikely stimuli. It is unexpected that a small Terran food could inspire such fervor. Subdirector Radix Benae of the Trill Science Ministry believes the antioxidant properties of Vaccinium corymbosum, commonly referred to as the blueberry, hold unprecedented agricultural and biomedical promise. We are assisting in her experiment to transport and integrate these mature bushes into Benicia's soil. As always, empirical results must precede emotional investment. However, that belief may soon be challenged. I don't like that last sentence, but anyway.
Okay, so you hailed the down there for her to come up
Okay.
to the ship, right?
Yep.
Like your
Because you know what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she can check Ensign Frank's report, detailed report on the bushes.
Yeah. So she comes to the airlock. Who would like to be at the airlock to receive her?
You're her friend.
Radix, ready?
Yeah.
We're there. Yeah. Sure.
So he's there. Who else is there?
Do you think a security officer should be there? Because she is a visitor.
Yeah, a science officer or a security officer should be there.
Yeah.
Do you
Where's-
want me or do you want someone who's assigned to that area?
I think
I
Frank
don't-
should go. He's been there from the start.
Okay.
Very knowledgeable on the bushes.
So Tova?
No.
No. Who's the science?
Not impressed.
The science person's coming.
Yeah, I'll send Golu.
Golu.
Yeah, because
okay.
she's the one that scanned them and transported them, and she's the botanist.
Okay. You want to play Golu?
Sure.
Okay. So Ambassador, Frank.
So the three of us.
Motley crew.
So the airlock's doors open, and Frank, Ambassador, and Golu see this lady walk through the airlock.
Okay.
And I say, Goldie, you see how much more pretty she is than you?
Nice. Excellent.
Oh, this disgusting bag of bones. How dare you compare me to her? You brought me all the way down here to see her. It's such a waste of time.
She steps off the ramp out of the airlock. She has a data slate tucked under one of her arms.
Mm-hmm.
She freezes mid-step at Golu's retort,
Mm-hmm.
her eyebrows arching high as her lips curl into a tight, disbelieving smile. She says with a dry, playful precision, "Ugly bags of bones, is it? Charming as ever, Golu. Please do go on. I'd hate to deprive everyone here of your cutting-edge wit."
That's pretty good.
She takes a slow step toward the group, deliberately casual, and glances sidelong at Ambassador Rowan, shaking her head slightly. To him, her pitch low but audible. You still haven't learned not to bait her, have you? Without waiting for an answer, she turns her attention back to Golu and softens her tone only slightly. For the record, subdirector to subdirector, I'm here for the blueberries, not a beauty contest. Though, if you'd like to lose twice today, I'm game.
So
She flashes a quick grin and finally shifts her attention back to the ambassador as though this is all perfectly normal between colleagues.
she'll have the puss face, but there will be a smile underneath that, a very clear smile, and go, I guess I'll get to work. Finally, someone who understands how to talk to me. So she's going to start working on moving them.
Tiny wouldn't be saying anything, but he'd just be taking it all in and kind of smiling at the banter going back and forth.
Yeah. Because he's smart. He knows not to get involved.
Okay. She exhales slowly through her nose, watching Golu stride off towards the cargo bay. She glances at Ambassador Rowan, one brow arched, a crooked little smile putting on putting at her lips. Worthless blueberries. Coming from her, that's practically a compliment. She steps further into the room, adjusting the data slate under her arm, and calls after Golu without raising her voice much. Careful, Golu. Don't talk too sweetly about them. Someone might mistake you for being optimistic. Turning back to Frank and Rowan, her expression relaxes into something warmer, though there's still a playful edge in her voice. I see diplomacy is alive and well on Benicia. Tell me I haven't missed the opening act.
You didn't miss the opening act, but you missed all the fun.
I hope we got here promptly.
So she turns towards Frank, her expression brightening into a half smile. She says, if that was the fun, Ensign, then remind me to skip the encore. She looks back at Rowan. In time and in one piece. That's all I could ask for. Adequate, Rowan. She lets out a quiet laugh, shaking her head. It's better than adequate. You got me my blueberries before the council buried us under 3 more committees. She looks towards the cargo bay, where Golu already is, and she says, now, let's just pray Golu doesn't sabotage them out of spite. I hate to explain to the ministry why the Federation's first agricultural exchange ended in mulch. And then she invites you guys to walk into the cargo bay.
Are we doing another extended
Yeah.
task? Okay.
Another extended task of inspecting blueberries.
Let's do it.
Oh, we already inspected.
Did she bring anybody to help, or is it just her along with us?
Just you and her.
That's the 3 of you. Unless you want to call somebody else in. Are we personally inspecting them all, or are we scanning them?
I think she would be doing whatever she wants because we cataloged everything, and now it's up to her what she wants to do.
So I don't think Golu would do a deep inspection. I think she would just go through and be like, okay, no dead branches, no dead leaves, no damage, stuff, just simple stuff.
Yeah. So she walks in. So Radix goes into the cargo bay, and she moves towards towards the hydroponic setup that you guys have, and she sweeps over a few of the bushes and touches some of the branches lightly before pausing. She crouches slightly, narrowing her eyes at one of the clusters. She says, well, someone's been sampling. She straightens and glances over her shoulder towards Rowan and Frank, and she says, tell me you didn't bribe Captain Vrod with fresh fruit, or worse, that one of you got curious before I arrived. And she turns back to the bushes and looks, and she goes, it's fine. A few berries won't derail the experiment, but let's try to keep the rest on the branches until they're in Benicia's soil. Yes? Would you love us to inspect all 300 bushes again?
We can do, she would inspect them, but it wouldn't be an in-depth. It would just glancing as she walked.
So basically, Radix listens to Golu explain everything about the bushes, that the inspection that you guys did. She doesn't interrupt her.
Okay.
And then once she's done, she looks at her with a hint of general approval. She goes, 300 bushes and not a wilted leaf among them. That's no small feat, Golu. You've done well.
And then Golu would respond, do you expect any less of me? Unlike you, I actually put effort into my work.
He goes, and I assume you scolded each plant individually until it behaved.
Would you expect anything less of me?
He says, good work. If they're this healthy after transit this long, Benicia's soil might actually stand a chance of impressing them. She looks back and says to Rowan and Frank, all right, let's get them settled. The sooner they're in transport alignment, the sooner we make history. So she basically wants to take the bushes and just transport them directly into the soil.
Okay.
On Benicia.
Oh.
Plan on just full do it. Full
Okay.
stem.
I love it.
This is going to be quite an endeavor, isn't it?
Well, it'll take a little bit of a task. You might need an engineer down there. You have to calibrate the Drake's transporters for botanic DNA retention and soil matrix preservation. So it's either going to be control engineering difficulty 2 or reason engineering difficulty 1.
Could Silva do something to help? Can I do
Yeah.
anything with the scanners?
But you probably would have to go into the cargo bay.
Which is fine.
Okay.
Once it was reported to up on top of this, Silva would realize how complicated a task this would be and would go down to ensure that it succeeds.
Okay.
So would Silva be assisting, or is there something that he can do to calibrate the sensors to make it more efficient?
We can have you do science presence. It's fine for Silva to just kind of instruct
How to do it?
how
Okay.
you're calibrating appropriately.
Science presence. So it's a 15.
Do you want to do that, Jahan, or do you want to send a engineer down to also help?
Well, can't seem to locate Clark. He's been suspiciously quiet for this past month and change. I suppose I can oversee it. I feel a little more relaxed knowing that certain parties are safe and well.
Bring the cargo bay to do that.
Into the cargo bay to do that. That's fine.
I think so. We'll just walk in and go sub-director and then continue to the pad.
Yep.
Does Jhon introduce himself, sir?
As I pass by the ambassador, I whisper to him.
Okay.
We have 4 momentum to use, so this better go smoothly.
So that would be a delta and also a success.
Roll it.
So that's 3
I got
successes.
So did we get
What
momentum?
did you roll, John? Engineering control.
Engineering control, yes.
Okay, so 4. What did you?
I got 1.
So 4. So that's 2 momentum,
We're now maxed out.
and the transporters are calibrated and ready to beam down the blueberry bushes to the surface of Benicia.
Okay, I would like to use a momentum to make this the smoothest transport we've ever had.
Okay, you may do that. So as you were approaching, and you said sub-director, it says that she was leaning over slightly over the bushes. She brushes off a speck of soil from her gloves, and she looks at him with a measured calm, and she says, Lieutenant Commander Silva, she says, your crew has taken remarkable care of them. Not a single transport scar or wilted leaf. Though she gestures faintly to one of the gaps in the cluster, a few berries seem to have gone missing. And then she says, no harm done. Everything's within tolerance for Benicia soil integration.
So he would respond
Yes.
as expected of the crew of the Drake. He's obviously not showing it, but he's in a good mood, so he's buttering up the crew a little bit.
She lets
By
him-
the way, I'm not wearing my acting captain stuff. I'm just red shirt. I'm incognito.
Okay. So she says to Silva,
Mm-hmm.
she says, let's have a short breath, not quite a laugh, but close.
Mm-hmm.
Glances back and says, confident in your team, I see. I like that. And then she looks at one of the bushes and returns back to him and says, then I suppose it's only fair I admit you've saved me weeks of preliminary work. If they've traveled this far looking this healthy, Benicia's soil will be their final test. And from what I've read, you're the one who will be monitoring their integration matrix.
So Silva would respond with, Vulcans do not feel emotions such as confidence. I am merely stating fact.
So she studies Silva for a moment, and she kind of smiles, and then taps her data slate a couple times and says, of course, a statement of fact. And then turns to walk over to the console. She goes, then I suppose I'll offer you another fact in return. These bushes wouldn't look this healthy if your crew weren't as capable as you've implied. And then holds a bush, or holds a leaf in her hand and says, in any case, I'll trust your oversight when we integrate them into Benicia's soil. Transporter variance is everything here, and I'd rather not make history by accidentally liquefying Terran produce. Okay, let's beam them down.
Okay.
Engineering control, difficulty 3, and
Okay.
what are the 2?
And the ship is sensors and engineering.
I shall buy a die with a momentum.
All right. It is bought. I guess I'll roll for the ship then.
4 successes.
There you go.
4 successes.
Then we get one
Wait
back.
a minute. Wait, I'm so
Oh.
sorry. That is 2 successes and a complication. I was not reading this dice right. It was a generic thing, and I saw the symbol and I got excited, and then saw the 1 on the other side of the. So I'm gonna maintenance specialist that one.
Okay, yeah.
But we just failed, so because I didn't get
The
it.
ship didn't get it.
Just fair.
I rolled a 12.
You can do science presence, and we'll see if Silva can save this roll.
Okay. Silva's got to save the day. Nope.
Okay, so you guys go to lock, and you're having a harder time integrating with the soil than you expected.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do it again,
Okay.
and it'll be a difficulty 2.
I shall use a momentum to buy a dice. 3 successes.
There you go.
There we go.
The one back.
So yeah, so the transporters and all 300 of them beam down to the planet. She gives you kind of a nice work, and then she makes her way back to the airlock because she's going to go down there. And as she passes by, she suggests to the ambassador that there are some trail baths down there that the people have been down there. So you may enjoy finding spas thing on the planet Pleasant because they have.
I forgot that that's a thing for the trail, and then I thought she was telling him that he needs to shower.
No, no,
It's rude.
no, she's just saying she's passing information
Yes.
to another trail.
Trails like their bath.
And that she suggests that a science officer and a medical officer come with her to continue to integrate, work on the bushes down on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And that but she's open to anybody else joining out, and she's already invited the ambassador.
Okay. So, I mean, it's up to John, right? Because he's in charge. Or no, is he still incognito and not?
He's hiding.
Yeah,
Okay. But I guess Sova will have to
He's
step
like the maintenance janitor.
had a red shirt and a mustache on.
up. So, I mean, I'm trying to think, should the ship do shore leave? Because how long has it been since we've done shore leave?
I mean, a long time.
So that's what I'm thinking. It probably because we're not going anywhere. So I think the ship should do shore leave. So I will put
So you do a little wink to Captain Jhon. Do you take him aside and tell him this?
that's what I'll do. I'll whisper to Jahan. I'll say, Commander, we're going to be stuck here for a while. It may be prudent to issue shore leave.
Well, if you find it prudent, then we'll. I think to be extra safe, even though we are outside Starfleet's eye, we should make ourselves a little more inconspicuous and cut to a box of fake mustaches right by the exit to the tray.
Perfect.
Okay. So I will put, since we're doing shore leave,
Uh-huh.
I will have rotating crews.
Okay.
So that way everybody will have a chance to at least have one shift on the planet to relax.
Okay.
But the ones who will be in charge of the blueberry bushes, so I'll send Golu as a science officer.
Okay.
And I'll send the nurse here who hasn't had a mission yet to assist with the medical.
That sounds fun.
Because it's not, well, no, here's the thing. Do I get the impression that it's a task, or is it just checking the blueberries?
It's mostly just checking and probably you're just really checking the roots and just making sure that the soil and the plants are like interacting with each other.
So the botanist is the obvious choice, and then
Yeah.
since it's a medical officer, we'll send the nurse.
Nice.
Because she also wants like to inspect how the fruit is
Interacting.
for the antioxidant
Yes.
purposes.
Yeah.
Like basically are they gonna like lose, is everything that she wants gonna actually happen?
Yes.
So it's
Golu and Nurse Tahana will be in charge of doing that.
are you going down to the planet?
Yes, but I'm not. I'm just going to be exploring.
Are you with the bushes?
I'll go down with the bushes, but because he's never been on the planet, so he's curious. So it's like he'll go down once they're set up and doing the work, then he'll kind of drift and start looking at other things.
Okay. Are
You're
you
going
going to the blueberries, or are you coming down, period? Or are you going to the spa area? And you're welcome to bring a person of your choosing with you.
I was thinking about going to the spa since she owes me.
Do you want anybody to go with you, or you're just going to go by yourself?
Yeah, just go myself, I guess.
Okay. I like it.
I'm going to be splitting my task between checking on the crew at the blueberry bushes and making sure everybody who is on is doing their job.
Okay, so are you on the Drake doing that, or are you down on Venetian?
Initially, I'm going to have everything set up with security on the ship.
Okay.
Then I will eventually make my way down and just check on everybody at the blueberry bushes. I would be the one to check on the blueberry bushes. The security, if they're on duty, they're working. If they're off duty, they can venture down to the planet for some relaxation.
Okay. All right. I need Golu, Sova, Naana, and the ambassador to all tell me. Not you quite yet, Frank. Are you guys wearing fake mustaches?
Donna is not going to wear a fake mustache. She finds that most illogical.
One for him.
It is strongly advised that you use some sort of identity protection.
No,
Okay.
So
So
I would suggest if people don't want to wear the mustache, that we wear civilian clothing.
okay.
Yes,
No, wait.
like a Vulcan.
Wait. So, John, you're gonna roll command presence, and you just roll for however many successes you want.
I'm just going to keep it to 2.
Okay.
I failed everything.
Okay.
So do we have
So
to?
you got no successes.
None.
So you don't have to roll to challenge him wearing mustache.
So
Just for fun, Tiny would walk up, grab one, put it over his eyebrow, grab another, put it over the other eyebrow, and then put one normally.
There you go.
No, I'll ever
You go,
recognize.
there, I'm wearing it for other people too.
So I'm understanding Jahan's worry about being discovered.
Yeah.
I will let the crew know that if you leave the ship, to have some sort of disguise, either civilian clothes or a mustache or something. So that way you're not obviously a crew of the Drake.
Preferably civilian clothes, bare minimum.
Yes.
So everybody's in civilian clothes.
If they leave the ship. If they're on the ship, they can wear.
Are you guys?
Yeah, I'll wear a traditional Vulcan.
Maybe a nice Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, I'd wear like.
I didn't say that they had to wear a mustache. I just provided them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
Very
That's fair.
benevolent.
That's fair.
Because remember from the Enterprise show, where you always saw the Vulcans on Vulcan wearing.
Yeah.
That's what he would wear.
So you guys come down on the shuttle and you land and you look out and you see that it's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you see.
They're so pretty.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
And then Golu gets off the ship and immediately says, "We went all this way for this."
And Anna will say, and yet more appealing than your mother.
Okay, so you see her walking, you see Radix walking a footpath between the rows of the transplanted blueberry bushes, and she hears you two doing that, and she lets out a quiet, amused breath and says, "Every time I think Benicia's sun can't get any hotter, you two find a way to raise the temperature." She says, "For the record, Golu, if this entire project ends with the Federation calling us visionaries, I'll be sure to put your name second in the report." Then she looks over at Sova, gives a polite nod, and says, "Lieutenant Commander, perfect timing. I was about to initiate another scan of the soil nutrient levels. I'd value a second set of eyes on the transporter variance results."
Okay.
Let's have you roll Science Insight difficulty 1.
On 15s. Okay, I just crushed that. I got a 1 and a 2. I don't have any focuses, so I got 3 successes. So 2 back.
Okay, that's good to me. Does he say anything?
He'll scan,
Yeah.
and he finds it's good, right?
You find that the everything are flourishing.
So Sova would say the transport appears to have been successful, and your crops are healthy and ready for your experimentation.
And she says, "Excellent, that's better than I'd projected, actually." She taps a couple things into her data slate and glances back at them. She says, "I'll begin controlled sampling later this afternoon. If their phytochemical profiles hold stable, we could proceed to full-scale transplant integration." And then she says, "Your efficiency is reassuring, Lieutenant Commander. Thank you." She steps past him and continues looking at the plans.
Okay. So I think you just acknowledged what she said. You wouldn't really go further.
Okay. So you hear the low hum of a shuttle descending from overhead, and a moment later, another craft comes down, and it's Security Officer Franck, and he steps out. She's over by one of the planners, and she looks up and sees him, and she kind of blinks a couple times and says, "Benicia's air must be stronger than I thought." She brushes soil from her gloves, glances sidelong at Sova as though seeking Vulcan confirmation that she isn't hallucinating. She says, "Please tell me this is part of a cultural exchange program I wasn't briefed on."
What's her problem?
Tiny is huge.
That, but also he has 2 fake mustaches glued to his eyebrows. And his
Yes, he does.
Yes.
So Sova would respond, some of the crew finds levity in being childish.
He says, "I see. And here I thought Starfleet issued uniforms came with dignity sewn in." So she is inspecting the surface and the soil. She says, "Controlled sampling starts with a scientist after all." She pops the blueberry into her mouth,
She can eat the blueberry.
chewing slowly and deliberately. And she looks back at him and says, "Sweeter than anticipated. Skin integrity's excellent. Promising," what she says. And she wipes her hand off on her gloves. Like on her gloves that are on her belt. Okay. So you guys have about an hour and a half before, because she's just going to keep looking things over. You guys are kind of already working on this all together kind of a thing. So while you're there at the back, and while you're sitting there, you have opted for a trill massage, right? The official trill massage. And you're finding that it's not really true proper trill massage. It's not really up to etiquette.
Using wooden spoon.
Right, exactly. So you can roll Command Presence difficulty 2, get this person to shape up.
Do you want to use any dice or any momentum? Because we're full up.
Okay, I guess I'd use one. So 3.
Yeah. Yep, roll 3 dice. Oh.
18, 16, 3.
So you did, well, do you have, because this would count as 2 if you have a focus that can be used.
Persuasion.
So we got
Okay.
Okay, so they kind of like roll their eyes, like, okay, yeah, they concede to doing it the way that you're directing. Back at the, she
Well, she picks up on it first.
Okay.
So I would walk over to her and I would take out my medical tricorder and I would say, Subdirector Radix, you appear to have a problem. And I scan her.
okay.
Radix said, a problem? That's generous, Nurse Tana. I feel perfectly fine. She got up from a crouched position and was looking at the hand scanner with Tana and said, elevated heart rate, perhaps? Perfectly normal when you've spent half the day hauling soil profiles under Benicia's sun. And you see this bluish undertone in her skin near her temples now, subtle but noticeable under the sunlight. She seems oblivious, focusing instead on Silva nearby as though to confirm her own confidence. I assume your scans of the bushes agree with me? They're thriving. She deliberately pivots the conversation back to the experiment as if the hand scanner's results are of little consequence.
She's weird.
So did the hand scanner find anything, or
The hand scanner?
wait? Did you even roll for the hand scanner, or did you just
Yeah.
say you're okay?
Well, no, technically no. No, you're right. That was a medical insight thing. You're right, Andrew. So science control, difficulty 1.
And we're full up on momentum if you want to use one.
2 successes.
Nice.
So on the hand scanner, you see that, yep, she has an elevated heart rate, that her blood pressure is up. She's showing all the symptoms of an allergic reaction.
Right, that's exactly it.
And you're also seeing that her like endocrine system is like kind of maxing out.
Okay. So I would like to give her a hypo spray of antihistamines and see if that helps kind of like reduce the reaction. Thank you.
I would be approaching at this point to find out, especially when I see the hand with the
Yeah.
approaching. I'd be
Yeah,
like, "What's happening here?"
I would tell her, like, you do not appear fine. You are turning blue.
She straightens subtly, folding the slate under her into her chest with both of her hands. She remains calm and says, "That won't be necessary, nurse."
She's weird.
She takes a deliberate step back, and her posture remains professional but resolute. She says, "I appreciate your concern, but there is no medical emergency here. I'm not in distress, and I need a clear head for this experiment, not chemical interference." And she looks at Sova and then looks back at Anna, and she says, "If you insist on readings, we can review them together later. For now, I prefer we stay focused on the transporter alignment."
So I would step up and I would say, we have enough people here to handle examining the bushes. We need to make sure that trill physiology is okay with the blueberries. I insist that you allow us to examine you to see what sort of reaction you're having.
Okay, so she freezes in her spot, and her expression softens almost imperceptibly when she turns toward him, but her posture remains composed. "Lieutenant Commander, I understand your concern, truly." She lowers her hands. She says, "But my team on Trill has already run compatibility models for Trill physiology. The fruit poses no risk outside of overindulgence. And I assure you, I've only had one."
So I would respond with, I realize you've only had one, but your examination was on trills in general. It would appear that you yourself are having a reaction.
And I would say your refusal for treatment is illogical.
She says, "I feel well, more than well, in fact. Let's not make this into something it isn't." And she looks back at Anna's hypo spray and says, "Please, let's trust the data before we start treating ghosts." And both of you roll either science daring or control command difficulty 1.
You know, I'm using it because we got lots of momentum. I'm using it to get 3 dice. Okay, I got 2.
Okay, so that's 1 momentum.
Would you like to buy momentum? Hey, dice.
I got 3 successes because I got delta.
So we can't bank them. So I would say use the 2 extra to really like, you know,
Yeah.
like this isn't use your medical thing to be like, this isn't a suggestion.
So both of you do that.
Yeah.
And both of you feel strange, but you push through this like kind of a weird, overwhelming feeling.
Okay.
You don't really know what it is.
Like
you just
intuition? Or
no
like-
sick, but you're not really sure what it is.
Okay.
So we didn't eat them, so is it like an airborne weird thing where it's the transporting of the plants?
Yeah, maybe it's the transporting changed them. No, but we might be smelling something that the blueberries are.
So I would say to
Or is it nips?
So she says,
Selva.
we can all stop hovering over me like I've sprouted an extra symbiont. And she moves closer to one of the bushes. And she says, the transport integrity looks excellent. And roots are acclimating faster than I expected. That's what we should be paying attention to right now. She says, Lieutenant Commander,
That's
your variance
weird.
calibrations are holding perfectly. I'll log the next set of results on my end.
So I would like to do a general scan to see if the blueberries are emitting something
Okay.
like pollen or some, you know, because if we didn't eat them, but the 3 of us are having a reaction, so it's got to be something we're breathing in.
like spores of some sort.
So medicine, reason, difficulty 2.
Medicine, reason, difficulty 2. Can I use a value?
Sure.
So it's my value is sometimes you have to start over.
Okay.
Because I feel like, because my thinking is, it seems like we've gone all this way to do something and it seems like it's going to fail. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, let's shelf trying to salvage this and just figure out what's going on because we may have to abandon this project. Hopefully we can fix it, but it's like, you see what I mean?
I do. Yeah.
So can I use that?
I think so. Yeah, it's well explained. I can follow that.
Okay.
So okay. So you're just gonna roll now for
extra.
yeah. What are you doing with it though? You're scanning.
I want to understand because it's not eating because we're being affected.
So I'm saying, what are you scanning?
I'm scanning basically the plants around us to see like, is there spores? Is there pollen coming off the blueberries? Is there,
Okay.
you know, because they didn't have this reaction before we got here with the blueberries.
Right.
And it's not eating. So it's like something is coming off of these blueberries that is making us have problems.
Well, is it the blueberries or is it something nearby? Because we don't know what the circumstances were here before we got here.
Yeah, but they weren't having an allergic reaction before we got here.
So she sees you doing that, and you're gonna roll for your.
Right, just make a note so I don't forget.
Does she have a symbiont? Can I ask her that while he's standing?
You're not super familiar with Trill physiology.
Then I would like to ask her, what is the symbiont you speak of? Since she mentioned it.
So what am I rolling again?
Medicine, reason, difficulty 2.
Reason 2, so I'd be rolling a 12. And so I would like to do an automatic 1 with my determination point.
Okay.
No.
Thank you for reminding me. I went and looked at that with the values.
Yeah.
All it does is take one of your dice and make it a 1. You don't
Oh.
roll additional dice.
Okay. So
It says literally the sentence is does not give you extra dice. It
Oh.
just turns one of your dice into a 1.
So I got 3 successes then.
Okay. So she sees you doing that.
We can't bank anymore. So I would like to use the extra 1 to shove it in to get a better result.
Sure. So you can see that there are pheromones and other markers in the air and coming off of her, and that there seems to be like a histamine imbalance.
So it's like clearly she's having a severe allergic reaction that she's now affecting other people around her.
Correct.
Yeah, so when she says she feels fine, she's lying.
Yes.
So she glances up and says environmental readings, and then says, I've already cleared the transporter profiles against Phoenicia's atmospheric composition. There shouldn't be anything anomalous here unless you're seeing something different.
Subdirector, I understand that you want good results from this, but it is obvious there is something wrong, and the fact that you are ignoring these obvious signs worry me even more than the readings I am getting.
So as he's scanning, she responds to you, Tana. It's a trill thing, a biological partnership between two species native to my home world. Some trill, a very small percentage, form a permanent joining with a symbiont, an invertebrate life form. It's not widely discussed outside trill society. And she looks back to Sova and then back to Anna. She goes, in short, nurse, I carry Bina, and Bina carries me. Separate, neither of us would survive. Joined, we're more. And she doesn't go farther than that.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if
So then she
the joined trills are the ones that are allergic to.
Interesting.
She turns to her Sova. Her bluish undertone is more noticeable now. She says, Lieutenant Commander, with respect, the readings you've taken describe healthy soil, thriving plants, and a stable environment. Those are the facts.
So
She then takes a step closer to you and
Next
says,
question.
what you call ignoring, I call prioritizing.
yes.
If there's an issue with me, I'll handle it once the work is secured.
Okay.
Benicia's future food supply doesn't weigh on my pulse rate. She says, trust me when I tell you I am not distressed.
Subdirector, if you die before your work is complete, how will that benefit anyone?
Her expression unreadable for a moment. She says, that's fair. She drifts past him and her gaze looks past him and back at the bushes. She's calm in her tone, and she says, I assure you, Lieutenant Commander, I'm not dying. My readings may say otherwise, but I feel fine.
Nice.
Better than fine, actually.
You are putting your symbiont at risk. The facts say otherwise. You are wrong. You're gonna maybe just hold her, and I'm gonna hypo.
That's a good question, because she's not part of Starfleet, right?
No.
Is there any sort of protocol where it's like if someone's dying in front of you, that you can basically force treatment on them?
It's
Well-
an ethical thing.
For me, as a medical person, I took the O, right?
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna let her just be stupid.
But that's what I'm asking, is like, because if you grab her and force her into the ship, that's kidnapping, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she freezes mid-step at you talking to her. She tenses from your blunt assessment, and she turns towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Faint bluish tint across her temples, now
Mhm.
obvious in the Venetian light.
Yep,
She goes, you don't understand.
there it is.
Bina is fine. I'm fine. After a small hesitation, she walks closer to Sova, and she comes up and touches his forearm.
Yeah.
A casual touch enough to seem natural, but just a
Damn.
fraction too long to ignore.
Ugh.
Okay. For a fleeting second, her breathing hitches,
Mhm.
shallow and quick, before
Mhm.
she forces her posture back into a professional composure,
Okay.
though her hand doesn't immediately leave Sova's arm. Okay, before you respond, you're gonna roll science and daring or control command difficulty 2.
All right, I'm buying a dice. Making this happen. I only got 2. No, I got 3.
Got 3 successes.
Yeah.
The one.
One back. What I see, Subdirector, is you turning blue. So unless you're telling me that's normal, there is something wrong with you.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Say, we're not here to cure the galaxy.
Yeah, exactly. So she blinks at you, her hand still resting lightly on his forearm. Slowly, as if realizing the implication, she pulls her hand back and presses her fingertips against the side of her jaw. When she lowers them, there's a faint smudge of bluish tint on the tips of her gloves. She exhales, just a touch unevenly, but her voice remains calm and composed, though quieter than before. It isn't normal.
Really?
Her gaze drifts briefly toward the bushes, then back to Sova, the faintest crease forming between her brows. But it doesn't feel wrong. There's no pain, no dizziness, no anything. She hesitates, cutting herself off before she can continue, and straightens slightly, tucking the data slate back under her arm. I can manage this. Let's focus on the work, Lieutenant Commander. We can analyze whatever this is later. Despite the composed tone, her gaze lingers on him again for a fraction longer than professionalism allows, betraying the very first cracks in her restraint.
She doesn't understand he's Vulcan. He does not care about her sexual advances. Subdirector,
I understand how important this is to you, but I have several of our crew working on this to make sure that your project is completed to satisfaction. Why don't we focus on finding out if this is something that will kill you and many others? You do not want your legacy to be that of death.
Her jaws tightens ever so slightly, and her breathing slows, controlled but deliberate.
Yep.
When she finally speaks, her voice is quiet, steady, but weighted. Legacy isn't supposed to be about this.
Yep.
Lowering her gaze at the Venetian soil, she looks back, her expression conflicted, but her stubbornness still holds.
Yep.
I've built my career on trust and science, Lieutenant Commander, on
Yeah.
testing, on facts. And right now the facts are this. I feel fine. Better than fine. She hesitates just slightly, and she says, and if this is something new, something the models didn't predict, then we'll solve it together after the work is secure.
No.
Okay, Radix, her composure finally cracks. She inhales sharply, dropping her data slate into the soft soil without seeming to notice. The faint bluish tint on her temples and jaw has deepened into a clear flush beneath her skin. Her breathing uneven now, despite her efforts to steady it. She presses her palm against her chest, fingers curling slightly, as if trying to ground herself. This isn't, it's not what you think. She takes a single step closer to Sova.
Apparently she's smitten.
You're obsessed with it.
Apparently.
Her words come softer. It's not wrong. It doesn't feel wrong.
You can't breathe, lady.
Her body language loosening in subtle, uncharacteristic ways.
Mm-hmm.
Her hand reaches out, brushing lightly against Sova's wrist, without seeming to realize she's done it. You can feel it too, can't you?
Oh, wow.
The intensity in her gaze makes it unmistakable now. The transporter-enhanced blueberries have triggered a biochemical surge, flooding her system with pheromones and hyper-elevated neurological activity.
Mm-hmm.
Her professional facade is splintering fast, and her focus narrows entirely onto Sova.
Okay. A big question, is this in general, or is this just for her? Because are other people eating the blueberries?
No, you haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen that happen.
So
you could have,
no,
you could have the ambassador you want to see how that goes.
No. So what I would do, because there's Golu's there, right?
Yeah.
So I would call Golu over. I would briefly inform her what's happening.
Okay.
Right. You know, if she's having a reaction to the blueberries, I need you to examine them and determine if it's something to do with trill village physiology or if it's because we transported them. Have they changed molecularly or, you know?
Yeah.
Then I would look at the nurse. I would look at both the nurse and the subdirector.
Yeah.
And I would say, subdirector, you're dying. We're taking you to help you. And I would grab one of her arms and I would direct the nurse to grab the other arm. We're not at the point where it's like there might be allergic reaction. It's like someone's dying in front of us. I'm not gonna play patty cake with this. The question is, should we beam or should we shuttle up? Tiny's still in the shuttle, right?
No, he's right here he's around the ground walking around, remember?
But is he nearby?
He probably wandered away. It's been like over an hour.
I was just talking to this woman.
Well, you guys were doing things and then an
Okay.
hour advanced, and now
Oh.
you've been in the situation for probably 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just worried if we beam her, will that change her and make it worse? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just picturing us beaming her, and she turns into a blueberry when she gets to the pad.
And say if you need to talk to Tiny, he'd be wandering around with a communicator.
That's a good point. Because how far is Tiny from us?
Depending on where Tiny went. Yeah, I don't know.
How far did you go, Tiny?
I would have been kind of wandering around the blueberry patch, just checking out what we did. So I'd probably be like on the other side of the patch, away from where you guys are.
Okay, so as I grab her and motion to the nurse, I would flip over my communicator and I would say, Ensign Frank, return to the shuttle immediately.
On my way.
Is running through the thing with his mustaches pulling up with his.
He's got like wings.
Yeah, exactly. So Radix says, No, don't say that. I'm fine, Sova. And then she turns to Golo and says, you stay away from him.
Oh boy.
She says, I don't want your help. I don't need you. I just need you to believe me, please, Sova. I'm not dying. I can't be. And then she says, don't let her touch me, please.
Okay, can I give her a hypo spray now?
If you want.
I would add some tranquilizer to that type of spray too.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm gonna give her a knockout and an anti.
Okay.
And
So roll medicine control difficulty 1.
This one. Far too long.
We have 6 momentum if you want to
Now we can.
Yeah. 2 successes.
So
Can we do?
So 1 momentum.
Well, we're maxed up.
Okay.
So can we do 1 success per hypo spray?
Success per.
Because she got 2 successes and she's doing 2 hypo sprays. So can we just?
1 for.
It's like knockout and then.
I see. So 1 to knock her out and 1 to like.
Give her an anti-histamine.
Because it seems like she's having an allergic reaction. So.
Yep. Okay. You roll daring science difficulty 2 or control command difficulty 2, whichever one you want.
We have.
Oh, well, they're both 11. So yeah, let me get a dice.
Okay.
I only got 1 success.
You only got 1 success.
Uh-oh.
That's it? Yeah. So as you approach her to do that, you don't feel like doing. You don't want to hurt Radix.
Oh, wonderful.
Even with my bulkiness.
Even with your volcanness.
I'm not gonna hurt her.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't, because now you have no problem. In fact, you don't really want to.
What if can I re-roll?
You can use a value to re-roll.
Emotions have no place in the med bay. It is logical to fix what is broken.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 or just 2.
I think you can re-roll all of them.
At what point am I running up and seeing this?
So am I realizing that she's being affected by this?
Not right at this moment.
Okay.
Are you?
She got 2.
You got 2 successes?
Yep.
What did you say, Mike, about you were coming?
Yeah, Sova called me and I was running over to see what's going on.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know how far away do you think you went? It's only been like an hour, a little over an hour, hour and a half.
I still would have been in the area, but it would take me a few minutes to get there.
Okay.
I'd be able to see about where they are, but it would take me time to run over to them.
Okay, so you have this this rush of emotion that like you don't want to do this.
Okay.
You don't want to give her any hypo sprays whatsoever. But you center yourself, you latch onto a Vulcan, like a core element of your being, and center yourself again.
I have mental discipline as a special ability. So.
Yes. So you do that, and that's how you feel, and you're able to bring her back to clarity. You have not injected her yet,
Okay.
but
I would.
you have this clarity again.
So I would inject her.
Okay.
And then I would tell Thova something is wrong. I had to.
Oh, so I would say it must be something coming off of her is affecting us. So we need to cover. Do we have masks or something in the shuttle, right?
Yeah, you would have like quarantine things.
I'm
Yes.
worried about you because she touched you.
Yes. So we all need to max up.
Mask it up.
Yeah. So basically, once you hypo spray her, I'll put her on the ground. We'll put the suits on, and then when Tiny runs up, I'll have him put a suit on,
Sounds good.
Okay.
and then I'll give him the 5 seconds. She's dying. We need to do something.
Okay. Where does he come up in? Where is he when he comes? Where is everybody when he comes up?
So she's on the ground. We're suiting up, and I would toss him a suit and say something's wrong with her.
There's something in the air.
There's something in the air. So there's something wrong with her. We need to do something.
So roll, Mike, either daring science or control command difficulty 1.
Daring science or control
Oh.
command?
Yep.
I'm going to do control command because that's slightly better.
We have 5 momentum if you want to buy one.
Yeah, I think I'll just grab one more dice.
Okay.
You're free to.
I got 2 successes.
So when they tell you to put on the suit, you can kind of feel like something is affecting you, but you don't really know what's happening. Like you kind of feel like queasy, but you kind of push through it.
Yeah, something feels off.
Right. So we'll end it here where you guys are beaming up to the med bay.
Quarantine the med bay.
Quarantine the med bay. Dr. House is apprised of what's going on. Let's have Sova roll daring and science.
Oh, come on.
Control command difficulty 3.
Daring science. I'm buying a dice. Is this considered a science field? Because you're having me roll science, so I didn't know if that was a field.
Not really.
Okay. So I can't use a focus, so I got 3.
Okay. All right. We will meet again next time. We'll finish Fruits of Labor. We'll go into a part 2. We'll see what the crew gets up to and if they can handle the problem with radix and blueberries. All right, gang. Thanks for watching.
Tomorrow starts with us today. my side will break on through. Bold and brave, we light the way. Tomorrow starts with us today. Light the way. Tomorrow starts with us today.